Hard work versus talent. Which one ends up winning at the end of the day? And believe it or not, I actually don't know yet. Because when you have a hardworking person and he has grit, you can't really teach that. So that on its own is a talent that a lot of people don't have. But whenever somebody's disciplined, no, I worded that wrong. Whenever somebody has talent in a certain aspect of life, it gives them such a drastic edge. Like I remember when I used to play soccer, I played against this team, and they had this one player who was just naturally gifted, and he was, well, I assumed he was just naturally gifted. Well, actually, you can tell whenever somebody's naturally gifted. Like they have such a unique skill set whenever they play with the ball. So I knew he was naturally gifted, and we had on our team the hardest working person that I knew on the pitch. He was a fucking dog, and they went toe to toe, like they were going back and forth the whole game. And at the end of the day, I hate to admit it, but the talented guy whooped on the hardworking person on my team. And I guess I feel like it really depends because if a person with grit has that talent in that certain field, he will he will be the best. Think of Lionel Messi because everybody says Lionel Messi is talent. While he is talent, people cannot undermine the amount of hard work he puts in and the amount of hours that he puts to his craft. And you have somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, who wasn't born as talented as Messi was, but he still was born with some talent. People think that he's all hard work. To get to the point where he was, yes, 90, you could say 95% of it was hard work, but he still had to have some talent. And don't forget, luck plays a huge role in these sort of things. I can assure you, there is people who are equally as talented as a younger Messi, but they just haven't had the opportunity presented to them to show their skill set. It makes me just think the amount of talent that we've missed on because the opportunity hasn't presented to them. And it's something so fascinating. You could argue that the person who is talented and is hardworking just automatically has opportunities presented to them, but you'd be surprised. Well, I guess actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm a very very firm believer that if you work really hard, your opportunities will eventually be presented to you because it's a gift from God and a gift from the universe that if you're constantly putting in the hours and you're constantly proving to yourself and to the world that not even to the world but just proving to yourself that you're actually a hardworking person, then God will automatically just gift you these opportunities and this luck. So I don't know, it's a difficult topic even for me because I like talking about these topics because I can argue for both sides. I can argue that talent will be hard work, but hard work can be talent as well because hard work, like I said, on its own is already a talent that a lot of people don't have. Most people are fucking lazy. So if you already have that grit muscle or that grit bone that's inside of you, you can already think of yourself as more talented than most people are. Because trust me, when I say this, most people are fucking lazy. Most people don't really want to do anything. Even me, for example, there are times where I just don't want to do it, but I'll still do it. Like today, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling like shit. Yesterday, I had a funeral for a loved one of mine that recently passed, and yesterday I felt sick. Like my stomach was feeling bad, and I woke up feeling nauseous and tired, and I felt like shit today. But I still had to work because I think of it. While yes, I do think of myself as having the gift of commerce, I do think I am decent at business because since I was little, I used to love business, and now I still love it. So I still see that like certain aspects of it, like that I'm better at other people, but of course there's people that are better than me. So I still see myself as gifted in parts of business, to say the least. But there's people who are outworking me, and that I'm not gonna lie. At times, does keep me up at night. Sometimes, not always, because I don't know. It's just uh, I just hang on. I'll be right back. Answer the question: talent versus hard work. hard work will beat talent if the talent doesn't have hard work. I know you probably heard this many times, but think about it. If you find someone who's good at something and that they're good at that, and on top of that they're hardworking, they're gonna probably surpass everybody in that field, and that's what makes great. I don't think there's anybody that's succeeded a lot in something that hasn't had both the mix of talent and hard work, a little bit of both. You could argue that you can work hard enough to the point where you build talent, but I can actually counter argue that there are people who are born to just not good at something. Like for example, there are people who aren't good at sales. They're just naturally born not being good at sales. Same with people who are naturally just not good at math. I mean, I still think if you work hard enough, you can definitely get decent at it, but there will always be somebody better than you if you don't have the talent. So it's just something that you can think about. It's really up to you to decide what you want to decide, but I still believe hard work. Firmly believe that talent with hard work can beat anything. And that's why we have people such as Mike Tyson, Lionel Messi, Canelo, all these greats in anything. Like, do you seriously think Alexander the Great didn't have a single talented bone in his body for conquering and strategy? He was naturally gifted at that sort of thing, and he became one of the greatest conquerors in the world, same with Genghis Khan. But yeah, peace.